Yo, what up? Welcome to Double Dusted Discussion. Your boy, the House Mouse. I'm here with Big Lynch, Donnie Duckets on the ones and twos. I just got back from Shambhala, a crazy, crazy camping music festival in BC. I got some insane stories. Like, they got a menu there. Coca-Cola menu. Let me also
Are you thirsty?
I'll tell you. My nose is. But I want to talk about some crazy stuff in the food world first, because this is the number one food podcast in the world.
That's true.
As Mr. Beast would say if this was his food podcast.
Yeah.
But McDonald's. You remember the Arch Deluxe? That's true. And we don't do giveaways. I'll give away they did. You remember the Arch Deluxe? Remember the Arch Deluxe, McChicken Deluxe?
What was the Arch Deluxe? I don't remember. Like
their whole
remember,
commercial, it was like a chef. They had a chef, like with the fucking white hat and the suit, being like, "I made this burger."
That's why it's deluxe.
The bun is different.
Yeah. That's why it's deluxe.
It's like really just
in a box. Came in a box. It was another box burger, just like the Big Mac. Nothing else was a box. Quarter pounders came in bags back then. They came in the little wrapping.
Yeah, the wrap.
Yeah. You didn't get it in a box.
So, you're so right, because it actually, the writing, I just saw an ad for it, and the writing,
it's got the high.
It's like high. It's really high end looking. I didn't remember that part of it. It was like a high end burger. I remember eating them. I don't remember.
They were sick because it was a big burger and we were big boys.
That's true.
It's the ghetto fabulous burger.
I would go with kids like my buddies to get like a McDonald's, and their parents be like, "Oh, we'll go to McDonald's." I'm like, "Cool," and they're like, "Happy Meal," and I'm like, "Arch Deluxe." Like, I used to post up, I'd be like, Arch Deluxe. And they'd be like, damn, I thought we were paying $2.99 for a Happy Meal. This kid's 6'1".
Yeah.
But so now they got the big Arch.
Well, McDonald's is suffering right now. They had a bad, like they're coming, like this whole value menu topic we've been talking about for a while now is really coming.
They're pizza buffeting themselves.
Yeah, they had to come in and really do some damage control, because their whole status is the value menu king. Like their status is like the top value place to go to.
Yeah,
taking some major shots.
And fastest. Like they got to be the fastest, cheapest shit.
Yeah,
not anymore. McDonald's.
No, people are like, nah, McDonald's is $50. It's like going to like a movie or something.
Well, I saw the top comment on Reddit on this article, like the Reuters article, about how McDonald's is doing terribly. Mm-hmm. The sales fall globally for the first time in more than 3 years. And the top comment was along the lines of like, hey, the fucking beef is as thin as a slice as the cheese that they put in it.
It do be thin. Yeah.
Yeah. And like they're charging like $4 per patty for these fucking burgers,
Everyone got a little greedy after our little 4-year incident. And now they're like, global supply chains are messed up. Everything's got to be 50% more expensive. And now people are like,
there's those checks, bro.
Yeah.
They think we got those checks.
Inflation got out of control. Yeah,
checks, bro.
We ain't getting those government checks no more. Those govies are gone, man.
Those days are over.
What is this? Is Arch Deluxe, or this is something different?
This is the Big Arch. It's 1,065 calories according to the menu listing. The Big Arch sounds like I mean, if that's a cop or drop, for me that's a cop. That's not a yeet. That's an eat. I would literally pick that up tomorrow, and I've been.
So they're testing this, by the way. This is a 2-patty burger, I believe, and it's not going to the U.S. right away. They're going to see if the Big Arch can hang in other markets. So it's going to come to Canada first week. Well, Canadians are kind of like Americans, so let's see how they like the Big Arch.
Canada's actually a great test market for fast food. If you think about it in terms of how much they have to implement it, roll it out, like we're a good market. We are America adjacent, and it's a smaller, more controllable market, And
if you think about how big and tasty our dicks are. Yeah.
What's funny about the Big Arch also is that they're not marketing it differently in every country. And I was just watching Pulp Fiction recently.
Okay.
And that there's a whole conversation about
burger?
the Royale with cheese. People became like conscious about that. Like there's a whole vertical of content that exists online now about like we go to Japan, we eat food in Japan. We go to like eat fast food in different countries. Like, oh my God, it's spaghetti at McDonald's, and it's just like this whole interest in how they market food in other countries versus ours, and you can probably get like 1 million views off that shit if you really tried. But this one, they're trying to make it like a global unifying Big Arch burger, which is pretty interesting because the sauce is like nondescript. Like, here's the sauce. It's like it's a tangy sauce. I'm like, what are we talking
mayo
about
and ketchup.
They're like, it's just some McDonald's shit, bro. Big Arch sauce, dude. Big Arch sauce.
They're like, just eat it.
You say that, but the
They're like,
chef
what's Big
was in
Mac
the
sauce,
lab.
dude? What's Big Mac sauce taste like?
Ronald's been in
Exactly.
the lab, dude, cooking their shit up. Like at least a year of testing this. A year at minimum. It's got to be. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd hit up a big arch though. I'd hit up a double big arch. Let me get some 4 patties on that.
Well, it's
bit.
2 patties, melted cheese, crispy
I'll get a
toppings.
double big arch.
What's crispy toppings to you?
I don't know, but I
Hopefully,
want them
like
soggy.
fried onion.
It's got to be fried onion, right?
I want a double big arch sloppy style.
What's a tangy McDonald's sauce? Like, what's that?
I'm thinking
Big Mac
that's
sauce.
like, yeah, that's Big
Is
Mac.
that just Big Mac sauce with like one other ingredient?
They ruined a batch of Big Mac sauce and they have a
Yeah.
lot of it, so they just made this whole ass burger.
Yeah, like here, Big Arch. Let's see. What do you think? You think it's going to help them regain their
They're
status?
like, let's make a big expensive burger now.
yeah.
Let's flip it on its head.
Yeah. It looks, the burger patties do look different on this thing.
No one likes the app, eh? No one likes the app.
No,
No one likes doing their McDonald's order on the app.
I don't. Because I feel like once you get to the level of I have a McDonald's app, it's like you have to admit too many things about yourself to get to the point where you're like, I have the McDonald's app, I have a login, I have 2-factor authentication,
Yeah.
I've got like a points balance that I'm managing here, I'm waiting for discount days. Like
Amir should do the app though. I don't know why
Amir
he
should
doesn't
do the app, and he
But
should.
you remember we called him. He
No,
was mad about it.
He
right?
taught me something really valuable, Amir, in that conversation. And I didn't really, because I'm so disconnected from the whole food delivery system.
And
I
'cause you
pick
think
up my
he's a
own food.
madman.
I don't do it. It's like it, and I saw someone in the comments say this. And I didn't realize this. Uber has taken over the deals. Like they're beating the app because they probably do so much business for these companies.
They beat going there in person sometimes.
It's crazy. I didn't know this.
Pulled open Uber and I'm like, if I do this on my phone right now and put it to pickup, it's gonna be like $5 cheaper here.
I didn't know that
Like,
this
that's
was the
weird.
case. So I that only because he is the guy, he would be on the app. But I've come to realize that really is it. Uber has the best deals. Or
If
whatever.
I'm checking a place, if I'm going to a restaurant that's like a Mediterranean or like a Chinese restaurant or like, and it's like up that person, it's their place. I always compare menu to Uber. I think like
Crazy.
sometimes I'm like, who set this up, right? Like who did it? Their son,
yeah,
their uncle. He did it. Did he do it all? Let me see what kind of deals we have written out here. Let me see what's on the menu that didn't make the cut on Uber. And there are some major discrepancies sometimes.
that's interesting. Yeah, I'm so disconnected from that world. I pick up my food.
Me
myself.
too.
I don't
And
ever order food like that.
I made such a bad move last time I ordered food for I was at my buddy's apartment and I was in Vancouver. I'm like out of my element. This is back when Donnie was in camp. And I'm at my buddy's apartment in Vancouver and he's like, oh yeah, there's this place. It's really good. I was like, cool, let me see if I could order. So I kind of Google it. And then I see that it's like click here to order. So I'm like, okay, I do that and I follow it through and end up ordering through this random service. And then at the end of it, I get through the whole thing. It was a fucking bitch to get the order right. Once I get to the end of it, I realize that this service is tacking on like close to $10. And I was like, oh, this is bullshit. And I just order it. And I was like, what a terrible fucking thing. And my buddy's like, did you check if it was on Uber also? And I was like, well, no, I figured if it was on Uber, it would pop on Uber. I just clicked through what it said, order now. And he's like, I've never heard of anyone not just using Uber for this. Like, I don't know.
What about you got to check Uber, DoorDash, Skip?
That's
I
crazy.
bounced
to me.
around.
I thought it was
bounced around.
You know when you Google a movie and it's like you can play this on Netflix or Prime or HBO. I thought it would be.
You buy tickets a lot, like to like shows, like concerts.
No, like
Yeah, see, like
every couple of
I go
years.
to a bunch of those, and if you just Google it, like StubHub will come up first, and it's 3 times the amount than if you go to the official website. But like if you were just a person that was just firing it off quickly, you would just go there and
That's what I did with food, and it cost me $8 or something. And at the end of the day, I'm like almost willing to pay $8. To
no,
not
but
get a
Uber
headache.
may have had a service charge also.
Yeah,
Like Uber might have a thing. They're like,
That's
yeah,
why I
2
never
for 1,
did
you
it.
do all this stuff. Yeah,
That's why I'm off it because I feel like there's so
But
many hidden. I don't want
I've
to pay
been-
$5 for the convenience. It's not worth
there
it.
are places that's like $0 pickup or even $0 a delivery.
But aren't they just
and-
hiding the cost somewhere else, or do you think
You see it at the end, and so like they'll have like some places could have like you pick it up and you're still paying like a crazy services fee.
Dude, I just gotta tell you something. My mind was just blown by this.
what are you eating?
This is crazy.
Where'd you get that?
I've been sitting on this for a while.
He's holding up a purple can.
This
of
is Lay's.
Stacks.
This is a
Look
Lay's.
like they're from Thailand or
I
something.
don't know what's going on here.
He got
Yeah,
that.
first of
He
all-
got that same but different flavor.
Okay, I'm back now, guys, and I just want to say that I listen to every fucking episode, and this is a belated told you so on the Lay's stacks. I told you, first of all, the integrity is better.
You ever seen
Of
that?
the
Crazy
packaging.
that they shelf it up like that.
Oh,
I
wow.
had no
Those are
idea.
crackers,
He just
dude.
pulled the Lay's stacks out, and they're not
It's in a
loose in
tray.
there. They're in a tray
We got-
inside.
What's going? This is like one of the most fire chips I've ever had.
I want to feel that on my tongue so bad.
I'm so happy I'm back to tell you I told you so about
You said it
Lay's
already,
stacks.
bro. It's not really a two.
That's
I told you so
it looks like a
situation,
medium
pal.
rare steak right there.
Like,
A
what do
rare
you
steak.
want? A fucking hand job, bro?
No,
Come on,
I'm
dude.
just I'm holding for applause.
Yeah, keep holding, bro.
Tell you what.
You got me there.
This is a cop, instant cop. I don't know where the
No, you're
I'm a
fucking
cop, you
dude. You're a
idiot.
fucking cop.
instant cop. Instant cop. I'm a cop, you idiot. No,
It's a cop, you idiot.
Yeah, it's an instant cop right here. This is just, I don't know what it says. It just is a picture of, looks like rare steak.
Do an impression of what you think
Garlic.
it says.
That's crazy. I can't get it.
Yeah,
I
but
got
you
the-
edited it,
I
dude. You
got
wouldn't
them
like you
in-
would
I got
cut it
them
out,
in
eh?
Vancouver. I got them in Vancouver.
By the way, Chipotle CEO, I don't know if you remember, he confirmed that 10% of its locations were skimping on portion sizes.
Damn
Remember when
crazy.
they denied it? And he was like, come on, you just got to give them the look.
Yeah.
when I
He literally
TikTok-
said that. Those that don't listen to every episode, like Donnie, he literally said it on TikTok. He was like, if they don't give you enough meat at my Chipotle, you just got to give them a look. And it was like, that's crazy, dude.
And people are like,
Yeah.
no, actually, I just got to take my phone out and start recording them. That's the look.
Well, no,
really.
hold on. Can we do the look first?
You're great. That's a good one. Were you doing it? That's a good look.
You gotta like, and it was like a little bit. He kind of gave it the head, right?
I'm gonna shake my fist too. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
you better come, but yeah,
You ever give the look? You ever walk into a place and
I would
look?
never give the look. I actively try
Oh,
not
no,
to give the look.
you're
When
not
you look
giving eye
like
contact?
me, when you look like me, you can't give people the look. They'll engage their like fight or flight
Oh,
Yeah.
response.
I've said something at Chipotle specifically.
And they were like, "What's that, dear?"
I don't
And you
think
were like, "Search your bar for
the look doesn't work. It's not the look. It's more like a bit of a name and shame. You got to be like,
That's what the earth sounded like. What you just did. I got really messed up at Shambhala, and I heard the earth talking. That's what it sounded like.
oh damn. Oh, it's not a look. It's more of a name and shame. It's more like I'll be like, oh, come on, that's a full serving. Like I would say that to someone at a Chipotle. Not in like a rude
I
way.
sometimes
I would
But I
not
do,
rude,
I-
but like kind of like in a jest, like kind of a comment, like a funny little comment. You know?
I realized I said like I wouldn't do that, but what I do actually what I have
Yeah.
done before is
You do podcast?
sometimes the guy will scoop like at Subway.
Mhm.
It's like grilled chicken pieces or something, and one's kind of like not really hanging on. I'll be like, don't let that one fall. Like I'll say that, if it's like dangling there, and they'll like shake it off. Sometimes you're like, well, you shaking it off,
Yeah,
dude.
stop.
That's part of the scoop. And I'll be like, don't let it fall.
You know what?
I'm like a giant six. I'm like Georgia.
Like, why aren't they weighing the meat? That seems like the
I
best
know.
solution
I
to
hate.
this.
I hate when they have like a spoon system because I'm like, y'all keep spooning different. Every
You're like,
time I
where's
come here."
Darius?
Yeah.
He spoons the best.
Yeah,
So,
they don't. That
I
is
like
true.
that.
You know what? That is true. Pita Pit. I used to go to a Pita Pit, and there was like one guy who worked there. He used to take everything.
Darius.
He used to mix it all.
Darius.
He used to give me extra
Darius.
chicken, and then mix it
Darius.
all together into a
Darius.
bucket into like a
A
Yeah,
bucket.
Darius
A bucket,
mixed it in
like-
a
Oh, give me a
bucket.
bucket of chicken.
Yeah, Darius mixed it in a bucket.
Yeah.
Pita
Shout out
Pit's
to my Pita
sick,
Pit
dude.
guy,
I
yeah.
miss Pita Pit. I
I
miss
know,
your
he's-
guy too.
My favorite thing to
That
try
guy's
to
the
get
best.
Pita
more,
Pit.
when I'm ordering, like they're like, oh, what do you want? Like chicken, beef, or something. And instead of just being like chicken, I'll say, you know what? I'll take as much chicken as you can give me.
Ooh, that's a good one, bro.
and he like gives you two
I-
pieces. Like that's all you really deserve.
And then that could be funny. And now he's going to give a real amount. Plus I got those 2 joke pieces in the beginning. So
Yeah.
like, I like to be like, yeah, I want to see, sometimes you could get double meat. Sometimes I'll order double meat. Sometimes I could actually get the guy to just give me double meat.
You always,
This guy was wrong.
gotta say double meat. You say no, and they do it, and then you're like, actually, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Subway
That's
breaks
smart.
it up anyways, though.
That's
Subway
smart.
always
the
breaks up
the look
deliveries.
does come across a little Karenish, because
Yeah.
it's better to say something or make a bit of say something like we've all given good examples of ways to maybe get more than the allotted amount of meat that they just make up in their their mind. Like they make their mind up right there. They might look at you like, oh, fuck this guy, you know? But
Yeah.
the look is the most Karen way to go about it. To be like hands on your hip, you're like,
No. I'm going like, I'm coming in like,
I don't think it's gonna make any sense. I don't know about that, but
You're looking at the guy, you're like,
yeah. No, I'm always coming in like, I'm like, we're in this together. I'm like, oh man, you doing good? Yeah, no, it must be hot back there. It's a crazy day today. Yeah. But what do I want? I'll take
Mr.
bro,
Blue Collar
you know
over here, right?
you know what? I'll take as
Man
much
of the
chicken
people.
as you could give me, man.
Yeah.
I'll take as much chicken as you could give
from
me.
one hardworking guy to
From
the
one
next.
union man to
Exactly.
another. yeah.
Sometimes that little bit of extra meat goes a long
Yeah.
way.
Wow.
And my favorite thing is when it's an older guy working. I feel like the older guy is going to hook me up.
One time I got Uber Eats when I was in LA, and the guy came out, and he it was such a bizarre situation. I forget what the actual scenario was, but I got a nice order, and oh yeah, he came and he brought it to me, and he brought it around like a weird place, and I was like, yeah, I want to be able to tip you, but it was something so bizarre. I forget what it was, but basically I wanted to tip him, and he was like, oh, he's like, I know what you're talking about. And I was like, well, yeah, because I want to be able to give it to you. And he was like, I got you, dude. Don't worry about it. I do this sometimes. And I was like, okay. And then he left, and I like was looking at my phone. I was like walking back, and then it said, the driver canceled the order. You won't be charged. And I was holding like $65 worth of food. And he didn't even get a tip now or anything. I wanted to tip him.
And he thought he was reading you, but
he thought,
read
I
it
guess
so
at this
wrong.
point, I guess there was like, it was like peak like Uber money investment and stuff like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I think they didn't have to pay for a meal if he canceled it. I think there was like a no fault, Uber will just pay it out.
Right.
Uber bought I'm not sure what happened, but it was really bizarre, and I didn't have to pay anything. And I ended up calling Uber and being like, hey, my last thing. Yeah, I couldn't meet the guy, but it was raining and we ran around in circles. Is there any way I can give him like a tip right now? Like I was trying to get him a tip. They're like, there's no way to do that. I'm like, I can't. They're like, yeah, if you didn't. I was like, okay. But I remember being like, damn, that dude just like thought I was like, hey, bro, for no reason, I want to scam your work. And he was like, I got you, bro. Fuck my job. Peace. And left. And I had like 65. I was like, I bought food for like me and 2 other people. And I was like, oh shit.
Basically the opposite of the Chipotle workers who were like,
And then I went upstairs. I was like, yeah, I tipped him $10, so you each owe me 30.
okay,
No,
tell us. I know we've waited long enough. Now, tell us about your shams.
You can't
Hey.
call it Shams.
Hey.
Yeah, tell him, Donnie. You can't call it Shams.
Oh, did we
You can't
just
call it
is,
shams.
is it Shambhala or Shambhala? Were we saying it right?
I
or not?
always said Shambhala.
Yeah.
Like, I was like Shambhala. That's
Yeah.
like whenever I spoke of Shambhala, I
Your
said
ball,
that.
yeah.
And when I got there, they're like, that sounds very Montreal way to say it. And I was like, perhaps.
How'd they say it?
Because I was always like, remember I always said, yeah, I'm the director.
Yeah.
And people like, director, this guy, director.
Director, yeah.
Yeah, they're always like, director?
But I
I
would
was
say
like, yeah,
I would also
director.
say Shambhala. That's how I would say it, and I'm a
Yeah.
West Coast person.
It's Shambhala.
Yeah, I think they did Shambhala a lot.
It's Shambhala.
Shambhala.
Shambhala. It's like a little shorter on the A. It's not bad. It's ba.
Yeah, I was like
Ah.
Shambhala. I was like Shambhala.
Shambhala.
I was like
Well,
Shambhala.
what if they couldn't handle the energy when you got there?
I'm a Shambhala.
Yeah, exactly.
You hop-
28 rams, pound and Paula.
You hopped out the truck.
Get
Like that,
left, not- highway, make money to fly away.
Oh, shit.
And I'm gonna find a way, a better way, a better way. Anyways, I was just at Shambhala right there. I was gone. I was at Shambhala. Anyways, yeah, it's a lot of drugs there, a lot of good music, crazy people. It was a loony bin, a madhouse. I went with my friend from Xbox Live. It was crazy, guys. So like, you guys don't know, in BC, there's this music festival called Shambhala. And it's just in the Canadian wilderness in this valley on this farm. And I had plans to go there. It was soft going there since last year. But as it came closer, a buddy of mine who really wanted me to go for years, he told me, he was like, dude, I already bought the ticket and I got the tent, so you should come down. Let's do it. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll go to this music festival camp out in the wilderness for a couple days in BC. The guy that got me the tent and the ticket actually is this guy, Jedi, who in 2002, when I got Xbox Live, one of the first rooms I went into in Unreal Championship, this guy was there using the headset. And he was like from Edmonton. We added each other. Had this guy, like one of my first Xbox Live friends in 2002. I've laid my eyes upon him in real life like 3 or 4 times. But we spent, we're talking about Halo 2, Halo 3. Donnie was there with him too.
I was there.
We had him,
I was
long
there.
enough. Yeah, we had him long enough that we fought with him a couple times. We had some times there was like beef. It's like some games are like, maybe like like you're young. You lose at a game when you're like 20. You like can get mad at a stranger.
Dude, he claimed, he did one time claim that his SMG jammed in Halo 2.
It was his shotgun, and I brought it up all the time.
Was it the shot? I remember it being the SMG.
I've been clowning him for decades.
Okay, well, dude, if it's the shotgun, then I kind of believe him. This changes everything.
I was like, there's no mechanic for that. The gun jams in the game. Your gun
I
cannot
even met
jam.
this person back when he, those like you guys lived the meme where people meet up with their Xbox Live,
yes,
whoever they
very
like online,
Reddit
in
wholesome.
person after playing for years, like you're one of your best online friends, and you guys all get together. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe it! It's Jedi. I was there for that moment. You guys really
When
like
I
hugged
did
it
that
out.
like we did that off camera just for jokes. Like when Covenant's glassing the planet, who do you think has my 6? Jedi. Yeah,
fair.
man, it was crazy.
Fair.
But he was like, yeah, I'll drive you down. So I was at Lynch's place. We did that live in-person podcast.
Mm-hmm. One and only.
And yeah, there'll be like another.
There'll be
in
another
like,
one soon. Yeah.
in like 8 months. Yeah. But so he was gonna come pick me up at, he said midnight, and then it was like 3 a.m. He pulled up. I pulled up with this dude. I don't know if like it's like going to Burning Man is my only reference, and at Burning Man people are like have playa names.
Yeah,
like you have names that you aren't in real life. My name was like Shit Sponge. So like when I meet people and I have a mask and I'm there and I'm at the orgy dome and they're like, pouring me some alcohol and they're like, what's your name, stranger? I'm like, Shit Sponge. Yours? And they're like, Hestia. And I'm like, greetings. We're not going to be people out there.
Was that your name because you were hanging around the porta potties a lot?
No,
No,
that's
because
bad
my
things
camp
were happening to him.
No, my camp was next to the porta potties at Burning Man.
Okay.
And so I was the last person next to the camp next to mine.
Yeah.
And they were a bunch of perpetrators. So I was hanging out with them a bunch. And I was like, I'm literally in between you guys and the shit.
So
Like,
I really
it's
have
me.
one. I know you're trying to break it all down. I have one question for you relevant to this podcast. What did you eat there? Because I saw you having a weird cup of soup. And I know we got 200 grams of protein up in that campsite, and I'm just curious as to like.
Yeah, we brought protein bars because that's what I was going to do. I was going to smash. I was like
gains. You're doing gains and partying.
Well, I had cans of ravioli. That's what I came with. I was
that
like
was the biggest call you made all week. Mini raviolis too.
No, you actually ended up making the biggest call.
Oh,
I had
really?
2 to 3 cans of ravioli. That's what I did. I had protein bars, like big, dumb Walmart protein bars that are like 300 calories.
Yeah.
I had a couple Ensures for like the breakfast. And that's what I was going to do. And sometimes I go back to the tent. I'm all fucked up. I crack open some ravioli and I'm like, and, but like on the third day, second day, I was just like, there was like, yeah, you can go and you could buy a Donair, which is a great Canadian item.
Wow.
For those that haven't had it. You
Okay.
can get a poutine.
In what world is a Donair a Canadian item?
Are these?
Like it's just the East Coast.
It
from,
is.
like,
It is.
Like,
Donnie. It
yeah.
The fuck are you
like,
talking about? It's a
Do
Turkish.
your research, dude. It is.
Do you know
Pretty sure
how
it's
many types of
Mediterranean, bro.
people live in Canada, bro?
Yeah.
Are you aware?
Yeah,
that
come on,
these,
dude.
These people, like, they just got here. Like, they brought that.
They brought that, and now
That's
it's
all. Now it's
Canadian.
ours.
Yeah, now it's
I know it's
Canadian.
ours.
Yeah.
So, anyways, bro, whoever's listening, go get it in Halifax. You're not going to the Mediterranean to get this, bro. And like, I'll tell you, these boys in Halifax, they're fucking doing it bigger, bro. They're doing it bigger. They're doing it
Were
better.
the prices were the prices super?
You get a
inflated?
Donair, which to those listening, it's like basically just imagine a burrito, let's say. And it
But
was,
better.
and it was, it'd be like $22.
It's like a
So
kebab wrap.
Yeah, kebab.
Is this like a
wrap,
licensed
basically.
Donair maker, or is this?
But I got
some
yeah, it
random
was
dude in a
Mr.
truck?
Donair. Mr.
Oh,
Donair.
it was legit. Okay, so it's like legit.
Yeah.
They had
And they had like
food services there.
Yeah, La Poutinerie was there, and I looked at the poutine. It was real brown gravy, cheese curds, looked good. I saw people, and I was like, none of you motherfuckers better not be getting salami on this shit. And
Yeah.
people were like, I like salami. I'm from Colorado. I like salami. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, so get the salami on the side and eat it separate, dude.
It's
You don't fucking come out of my house and fucking piss on my house and tell me it's a fucking lucky.
like I have a poutine with deep fried Mars bars in it.
Yeah, but when I don't want to hit up like a $22 poutine, I didn't get one poutine there, but I got Mr. Donair's. But if I don't want to hit that up, and
How
I
many
don't
Mr.
feel like
Donairs
walking,
did you get? That was a plural.
two,
Okay.
and I didn't want to walk all the way to Jedi's camp because he was at a separate camp that had like 8 people that he introduced me to. If I didn't want to walk there, I went back to my tent and I pulled out the zesty cheddar ranch Cheez-Its that you threw in the bag.
Oh, that was big.
I didn't even know. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think that those made it through.
Mhm.
And the first day I saw them, and the second day I saw them, I was like, bro, these are so dumb. I'm not eating these.
Yeah.
When I cracked those open one day,
Oh, yeah.
I think I stood outside my tent, and I know Lynch knows this because I've seen Lynch do this.
I picture this in my mind right now. Like I see this.
It's
as
like
you're about to
it's
describe
like
it.
it's like 10:30 a.m. and I've been going like all night. I just got back to my tent and I'm standing next to it, holding the box, and I got like 1,000-yard stare, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hunched over, and I'm pulling them out, eating them. I'm like,
Yo.
and they were the zesty cheddar ranch, which isn't even a flavor I would have got. I would have got regular, but I needed this crazy kick because I'll tell you, I was like not a sane man. I was fresh out the loony bin. I was fresh out the loony bin, buggered out.
Can we
and
throw
I'm
the bugged
standing
out
there-
picture? Did you share that picture? Is
Yeah.
that a public
Fucking
picture
put-
that can be shared?
Yeah,
That's
that's
internal
I put that
files
on-
only.
I put that on Reddit.
Okay,
That's
so
that's like the
all right.
second most upvoted post on the Shambhala subreddit.
oh my god, that's very funny.
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm buggered, and I'm standing there, and I'm like,
he is bugged out.
I didn't feel like I couldn't taste anything. Like I would go get the Donair because it had like tzatziki on it. It's like seasoned lamb.
What kind of
It
mindset do you have
tasted-
at this time where you're getting Donairs? Like, aren't you in like party mode?
You get to this valley. It's this farm. There's literally cows here normally in this valley, and they clear them all out. I got some imagery if you wanted to put it up here, actually. So like I was there, and like I mean I can only compare it in my mind to Burning Man a lot, because Burning Man, you go, it's a 12 days, and you come back like it's an experience.
Yeah.
You're changed, maybe. You know, you drink a lot of alcohol. You have a glass. You go around drinking alcohol. It's on native land, so there's federal
This is
agents walking around.
Shambhala you're talking
This
about.
is this is
Okay.
Burning Man.
Burning Man.
It's
Okay,
in
sorry.
the U.S. I'm just setting it up because like it's almost like the rave culture of the U.S. is kind of alcohol at its core, like drinking. And Burning Man, you can't even
terrible.
smoke weed there. The federal agents, like it's a
But you
it's a
can drink?
felony.
Sounds like a smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. Genius.
Well, yeah, exactly.
at
You can drink,
Shambhala-
but you can't spill it on the ground. If you spill it on the ground, you're in
That's
trouble.
it. Yeah.
at Shambhala, you have like there's alcohol for sale there, White Claws and some drinks, but it's like what's really there is
It's more corporate, it sounds like.
and no, there's this harm reduction. Well, it's definitely way more corporate. Like you can get a
Well, you can
Slurpee
buy a
at Shambhala.
Donair from Mr.
There's-
Donair. That's great.
Yeah.
I
There's
did not expect
there's,
that in the
There's
woods.
running water. Where Jedi was camped, it was like the fancy camping place that was like a bit further. Like it was like a 20-minute walk to where the music is, like what people call downtown. It was a 20-minute walk there.
Downtown, bro.
So being at Jedi's, like this was out of the way, and there was actual toilets. You could shower there, warm showers. I took 2 warm showers. I thought I was
Yeah, I saw you. I
wiping myself down.
I really
with
felt
wipes,
that
you know?
post you made about after showering, how it reset your whole life. I'm like, I can imagine being at a festival and taking a shower partway through, and how that would just be like I'd be a new me. That'd be the whole
that cup that you asked, the beef broth.
Yeah, what was that going on with that?
I paid $16 every morning for a beef broth cup that was just straight up like good. Like that was also part of the reset. I had like a reset ritual, and I really do like the night more. So I other than the first day, I spent a lot of time just chilling at the campsite, resetting from the night before.
How was the tent
And-
situation? Because we had a lot of debates about this. We spent a lot of
Opens, it
time.
opens on both ends.
Yeah.
I could lie
Both
down in
ends,
it.
like there's 2 doors.
Yeah. And
But
it's
you
like
can't
one of those
stand.
tents that are it's lying down. I have to
Okay.
go in there and I could be on my, I could go on my knees and probably have
Bet
like
you did, yeah.
like 4, like if I went on my hands and knees, and I probably have like 6-7 inches behind inside me. No, over
Hey,
my
this
back.
is going. Where are you going with this?
Over my
Yeah,
back, like if I'm in there, like I have like.
But
it's
how
like
was
a-
the
a
blanket? We had a
capsule.
big debate about the blanket. You didn't know what
They
you were
gave
walking
me-
into.
They gave me a sleeping bag.
I was gonna say, why not a sleeping bag?
Well, because I paid for a sleeping bag and bedding. They give you like sheets, like a mattress, a sleeping bag,
Sounds like my
and I
nightmare.
paid
Yeah.
for that. So when I was
Yeah.
there, actually, like the first, like the second day, I was there day -1, and this is like the second day, like which is the first real day. I'm there, and there was this Asian dude like outside my tent, and he just like he had his backpack on, and his backpack was clipped in the front,
yeah.
and he's like
Big move.
looking down at like one of the campers like trading. They have like a blanket that they had like trading items on, and he's just looking at it, and he's like, huh. And I'm there, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm
Amir
like,
was there?
what's up, man? Yeah, right. And I'm like, what's up, dude? And he was like, oh,
So
it's
can you
just-
believe this? 4 Tic Tacs for a Rolade? It's fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
he was looking at it. He was like, this is so just keep looking at this. They have the thing from Legend of Zelda, and it's, it's cool. And I'm like, yeah, man. He like keeps looking at him like, where are your friends? And he's like, oh, I came by myself. And I'm like, oh, dude, you came by yourself. And you hear looking at the fucking trading post. Hey, you tripping or what?
That's an
And
advanced
he's like,
technique.
what? He was like, what? I'm like, well, what are you taking this weekend? Like, you getting down? And he's like, oh, no, I've never smoked weed before. Hold the thought on this guy, by the way. Hold the thought. I didn't paint the picture enough of this. Shambhala, unlike Burning Man, which is really drinking, Shambhala had a lot of harm reduction there.
Yeah.
Like harm reduction. And the way BC has like, I don't know if you people listening have seen the news and stuff about some of the tactics that they do to lessen drugs, like to have like more safety around it. It's kind of like if you, I don't know if it's exactly like this, but if you were to go like shoot up in BC, I believe there's places you go and they would give you like a clean needle and some sterile water and what you need to do it. You
Like
know?
a needle exchange. Yeah. That's,
Yeah. So
safe injection site.
Yeah.
right. Exactly. So, that like, and not, I didn't see anyone shooting up there. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying like, and also drugs is, to each their own. Drugs can ruin
Don't do
lives.
drugs,
Absolutely. But at this place, like if you found a bag of powder on the floor, let's say you found a mysterious capsule on the floor
You leave it there.
and you picked it
No,
up.
That's not where he's going with.
Well, some people like, yeah, I would leave it there.
Yeah. I would not.
I
be picking
actually
that up.
would. I love to party,
Ugh.
dude. And I would pick it up and hold it up, looking at a friend and be like, oh, I shouldn't, eh?
What do you think?
I shouldn't. But I would put it down. I would have to be in a really fucked up state of mind. I have been to take it. But Amir would pick it up and take it right away. Like Amir would do that. And I know like those people exist. Amir fucking parties, bro. He gets down. He'll
Amir
take
would
a
be
serious
like,
pill.
ooh, Kinder Surprise.
So, like, let's say it was Amir. So he picks it up. You could bring it to like HR there, like the front desk. Like there's this like a
HR.
place, and they have these like advanced spectrometers there,
Mm.
and they would take the capsule and like break it open and be like, wow, this is a good capsule. Because like if it's a bad capsule, someone could open it up, put their own product inside or do whatever with it. You never know. But at this type of
They're
capsule,
like, ooh, this is well pressed.
they're like, yeah, this dealer, like this capsule, like if you break it open, this type of capsule is broken. You can't put this capsule back together. And it looks like, it's just, and they're just like, yeah. And it had like,
Like, okay, you can snort it now. Is that what you're getting at?
it had, well, no,
Like, what is
yeah,
going on
yeah.
here?
Yeah. So they break it open and they're like, oh, this is extremely potent Molly inside. And it's 60 milligrams. And you could be like, oh, I want to take 20
What does this person
milligrams.
look like? Like they wearing a lab coat, or are they just like a random hippie?
They're people. They have like vests on that say
they're like
harm
a fish.
reduction.
They're official.
They're official to the festival. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they have vests on and everything.
So far,
They're, like,
it
real
sounds like they're
people.
doing a way better job than people just drinking on the playa, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go and you like,
alcohol's the thing at Burning Man. I never got that report.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
another thing about Burning Man, if you brought drugs into Burning Man, you take those drugs yourself. You can never, ever give anyone outside of your camp drugs because you have no service on your cell phone. You can't vet someone.
Right.
So if I met someone, I was like, oh, dude, did you just do some ketamine? Give me some of that. They'd be like, I don't know you, bro. And I'm like, what? I'm the sauce boss. You never watched YouTube in 2012? Like,
Right.
so they'd be like, no, they can't search me up and be like, oh, yeah, there's no way this guy's a cop. Look at his stupid fucking Instagram. Like,
right.
So there's no way to vet someone. And people at Burning Man, like there will be a federal agent there, let's say, and they're like hanging with their vet.
And he's like, hello, fellow kids.
No, they have their tits out and they'll chill with you for like 18 hours, go back to their tent, meet up with you again, and then be like, do you have Molly? And he'd be like, yeah, come back to my tent. And then they come in your tent and you take out your Molly and they're like, federal agent, you're under arrest. And now they look in your entire camp, in everyone's tent. They pull out everything. And like, if you have drugs, you're arrested. If you
probably a pretty good job if your assignment, if you're a federal agent, you're just like,
yeah, you partying at Burning Man.
Yeah. On the government's budget and your taxes are paying for it.
With your, you know,
and if you went and like smoke weed, like people will vape.
Sounds like entrapment, dude.
Smoking a joint is very hard because you'd have to smoke it in your tent.
So far, you're making it sound like Burning Man sucks, and
no, they're very
Shams
different.
Is, very
they're different things. I compare them, but they are very different. It's apples and oranges. You know what? Some people like apples more than oranges, but they are different things. So at Burning Man, you know, it's like you hide the drugs. You do the drugs and you have your drugs, but it's different. At Shambhala, because you could bring the drugs to the front and they'll like take this capsule, open it up and be like, oh, there's 60 milligrams. And you're like, oh, I want to take it in 20 milligrams. They'd be like, oh, I could give you this liquid that you could drink it, or here's a device and you could snort it in these bags, or here we could break it up into 3 capsules, 20 milligrams each capsule, you know, and they'll like put it in capsules for you and give it back.
Are they shining a laser at this thing?
It's a device.
Is it like a big medical box grade? Yeah, they point at it.
Yeah, it's like a serious, like actual thing. It's like some device costs like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure it's called a Gemini laser, and it's like a laser spectrometer. And anything you could shine it at a grain of salt or at anything, and it'll tell you what it is, like chemically, and it measures the size of the molecules and then shoots it back. And it's like,
yeah, I measured my dick in there. They said the molecules were huge and tasty.
They're like, he's a Jew.
Don't. I was undercover that whole time. I kept going up to people. I was like, Jews suck, eh? Got any? Sick t-shirt. The point is, now that I've set the scene about that, this guy's here by himself looking at the flowers outside my tent. Came by himself from Oklahoma, no other friends here. He's never smoked weed or done any drugs in his entire life. And I was like, what was up last night? Like, what's your tent situation? He was like, oh, it was cold. I didn't get the bedding upgrade. And like, I don't have a sleeping bag. And I just brought my rain jacket and my t-shirt. So like, I put my rain jacket on and it was cold. And I was like already so fucked up. So I almost want to start crying. And I was like, bro, lucky for you, I got a sleeping bag from Walmart. And it was me and Lynch, we got an extra sleeping bag, and I gave him the sleeping bag and I had the other one, and he was like, no, I can't. And I was like, no, bro, you're actually like the craziest guy here. You came here with no fucking sleeping bag, no friends. You don't do drugs. Like, yeah. I'm fucked up, bro. His name was David. I'm like, I'm fucked up, David. I'm fucked up. And David was like, he was like, you know, very sweetheart vibes, very wholesome, 37-year-old Asian dude. Like I said, he wears his backpack and he like clips his backpack.
Bro, by the way, I clip my backpack too, just for
keep the straps out of your armpits. That's what that's for.
But apply that to every single thing.
And I'll say about David, he sounds like the guy, the exact person you would collect into your team.
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
Like that is the
I'm that guy whisperer.
You're like, oh, perfect. I'm like,
and not only that,
you're meant to meet each other. The two,
like,
of you.
but you know, I champion this guy.
Yeah, this is your
so
your
like
guy,
I'm like going up, like I'm out there and like we're like some good looking girls. I'm like, you know about David? And they're like, what? No, hi. And he's like, hello. And I'm like, David is raw dogging, straight edging Shambhala solo. He came down here with nothing, doesn't do drugs, and he's just here. He's just here. That's David.
Just for the
stone cold sober. And they're like, hi, David. He's like touching their arms and dancing. He likes music. And he's like, yeah, hey. But like complete sweetheart. And you know, like every time I'm going back to my tent, I'm doing my shit. Like I'm there and I'm like, David.
Yeah.
Like, calling him out. He comes out. I'm like, come, dude, I got people to introduce you to. I bring him to Jedi's campsite. He meets like those 10 people. They all know people. They always bringing David around. We're like going place to place. People like, where's David? I'm like, oh, there's David. Like, I saw David doing some. I went to the outhouse at one point. I went to an outhouse at one point, and written on the wall was, there's a little David in all of us, and there's a little of us in David, like written on the wall in there. People like David, like people got to meet him. And
hold on, here's what's actually happening. You've been going to this harm reduction tent, and they've all been giving you that fucking David dust. There was no David, bro.
No David.
There was no David. That's what they were doing with that laser, man. They were putting David in your fucking capsules.
He's David. I have his WhatsApp number. He's got to be real. Let's call him.
Yeah, of course it's
right
a
now.
WhatsApp number, bro. It's very AI. Please call him right now.
I had said to him, I was like, you got Instagram, bro? And he was like, oh yeah, I got Instagram. And I'm like, what's the login? He gives it to me. I'm like, cool, I'll message you there. He's like, oh, I don't have access to it. I'm like, what? He's like, I forgot the login.
That's sick.
And I was like, okay, David.
My kind of guy.
I'm like, what do you do? He was
I
like,
had Instagram.
yeah, he does. He was like a software programming coder dude.
Oh, nice.
But
I can't recover a social media account.
yeah, but he had he was there partying the whole time. But like they had everything. Like they had everything there. People would come by your tent. They're like, you good for tonight, party wise? And they would give you like a menu with all these different drugs on it. People were going around blasting drugs the whole time. People like, it was great music, but you could be there with like 1,000 people on the dance floor, and everyone has like a little hourglass pendant, and they're like pulling out with a little spoon and blasting powders in their nose. You see people popping pills and
sounds like Vancouver
blunts. Yep, dude. Every
Sounds
time,
exactly like Vancouver to me.
I met people from Vancouver, and I was like, oh yeah, like I never had to ask. I knew they got down. I was like, this guy goes to Vancouver. I'm like, I bet you he has on him.
So something about this story that strikes me as pretty interesting that I'm realizing is that you're talking about a Jedi, and he's your boy, and he did all this stuff, and he wanted you to come, but like you're like, oh, I brought David to their camp to meet his 10 friends. So like Jedi, if like invites you to come out, you go out and like you're just by yourself. And he's like, I'm chilling with my 10 boys. Like they were scared of you or something. Like what's the deal? Like they're not sure about Harley vibes.
They don't know what
Jedi.
They're
getting. like
No.
I was with
Harley.
Jedi the entire time, and when we first pulled up,
Yeah.
like as soon as we got in, I started blasting right away.
Oh,
It's a fucking fire sale weekend for me. I got this shit. I can't bring it back home to Montreal. I'm fucking blasting from the jump.
okay.
So we pulled up. Shit's not even set up yet.
Take
And I'm
off.
like, I come out, I kick open the fucking car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so this is Shambhala.
They're like your tent's actually about 15 minutes over that way.
There's two girls there. They're like a couple years older than me, and like they've been here a whole bunch. They know Jedi, and he's like, my friend's coming, and he was like, yeah, he's like a radio personality. And like we get there, and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, we're talking, and I was just so like, hug at the boss, come on, casa. So this is Shambhala. Where's my mama? And one of the girls had to retreat in her tent.
Yeah.
She told me like on the other like the next like 2 days after, she was like, when you first came in, I had no idea who you were, and you were just like so rambunctious. I like cowered in the tent, and the other girl was the one like vetted me. She was like, hey, like what's up? And I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm a very chill guy. You'll see.
They're like, hi,
very
nice
chill.
to meet you. How are you?
I was like, I'm very fucking chill.
Yeah. You're like,
Here's my friend David.
When are you gonna see that?
Ugh.
When are you gonna understand?
Okay, so
So yeah, but me and Jedi, we did stick together the entire time.
okay.
but,
I was a little
like,
worried for you that they were kind of like they tucked you away, like, oh, that's just Harley.
Oh, I was tucked away, but what was great about it was like the first day going to my section, which was on the other side of Shambhala. We went there and like this, I didn't expect. I was very recognized there.
Oh,
like-
really? Okay.
Like
nice.
a lot, like literally.
No, a bunch
You're
of
walking
Canadian
around
stoners.
Hey.
You know what epic mealtime is?
And everyone was like skewed older. It was
Right
like
age
the average
demographic,
age was
yeah.
probably 30.
Mm.
So like
Perfect age,
I
yeah.
got there and it was probably like a couple times almost every hour the first day. And so when I was walking, some guy was like, yo, you get down? And I was like, yeah, get down, man. I'm fucking South Spouse. And he was like, yeah.
You are.
He's like, yeah, come by my tent. I went by his tent. We're hanging out. We're chilling. It was like 30 minutes. I was like, oh, I should get ready for it. And he's like, before you go. And he leaves and he comes back. Here's this drug. This guy makes it right there. He's like, here's that. Here's 3.5 grams of this. Here's 7 grams of this. Here's like 120 hits of this. Here's that. And he's like, give me all these. It's like literally like $1,000 of drugs. Like I brought, but now I had the most. And I was like, thank you, sir.
So you went back to your tent, like put it all in a big pile and like looked at it. You're like,
oh no, I went back like to Jedi's camp. And like I already knew which people liked which type of drug.
One? Yeah, that's
because like I'm like if I was like, oh, the acid's hitting, then I can go over to this guy and be like, yo, bimley, sama ba bimley.
Remember, don't do
and
that.
he'd be like, I shot ba bum bum bum. And then if the I can go over to this guy and be like, are we fucking someone tonight or what, dude? And then when I'm like, I want to blaze. I'm like, yeah, you got that doobie fucking. So I came and I had all that for them and I kind of dished that all out, because if I have all this on me, like, bro, we have a fucking epic meal.
Then they tuck to you. I hope you were spreading the gospel of Double Dusted Discussion. Just be like, I got the #1 food podcast. You weren't telling that to anyone. You drop any facts, any factoids for anyone?
It's very gauche, Lynch. That's very gauche.
Yeah, and
I'm becoming.
I was trying to be droit, bro. So I pulled up.
That's for one region only. That one, yeah. Hit all our French immersion folks.
I never even heard that before. But yeah, we like this guy just gave me everything under the sun. So I had all these things and I went crazy, bro.
You did.
Like
that picture, the picture, once again, here's that picture. That's the vibe.
Yeah. So there's like, you could take, take like, let's say like mushrooms. If you took, I don't know, everyone listening, mushrooms is a very serious drug that you'd have to approach. Like drugs aren't for everyone. Yeah. Like really at the end of the day.
Big Lynch doesn't do drugs. Just on this side of the screen. This is the normal side. Continue.
Yeah. Something like mushrooms. Like if you take that, like it's crazy. And if you take more of it, it gets crazy. And you take more of it, it gets crazy. And so, like, I never had any auditory experiences before. And I got back to my tent one day and, like, I, crawled in. It was, early in the morning. I get practically naked. I'm, rolling around in there. And, I swear the ground was warbling. The ground was, wow. But it doesn't sound like this. It sounded like a million things times that. It was all the rocks. Imagine that. Imagine
geological.
Imagine a million people being like, ooh, and they lived in downstairs under the floor. That's what it sounded like. And I was like, oh, and because I went oh, I heard in my tent oh, like an echo. And I was like, oh man. I mean, realistically, now that I'm entirely sober, someone was probably playing dubstep nearby the tent.
Yeah.
And that echo was probably me in there being like, huh. And so I throw some shit on and I walk out there and I'm like, oh, I gotta get back. I gotta get to Jedi's tent. I shouldn't be by myself. I shouldn't be by myself right now, And you can't overdose on mushrooms, but you could
cause some serious damage though, can't you?
No, so you can't cause any physical damage.
I know a guy who fell out of a third-story window and survived.
Well,
exactly.
Of course, but
exactly. That's so when I thought
that's damage. That's serious damage.
No, but I was like, so this isn't gonna kill me. And I was like, oh no, water will kill me. I'm like, huh? And so I'm walking. I'm like, water. I need that. And people are like, yeah, dude, you're still kicking it, man. I thought you went to bed hours ago. You did, man. And I'm like, the festival's behind me, and I'm looking at them. But behind them is trees, we're in the Canadian wilderness, and that's trippy sober. And I'm looking at the trees do the crease, and I'm like, are you guys looking at this shit? And they're like everything to look at's behind me. And they look behind, they see all the trees, and one of them was like, oh, what? Oh, you could see the lights bouncing around there? And I was like, yeah, the lights. I'm looking at everything in that's the world here, trees and rocks and the sunrise, and I'm like, some crazy fucking lights we got here, dude. And it is zany behind me, and they're like, oh, we're heading to the living room dance floor, you want to come? And I'm like, absolutely not. And I keep wandering to Jedi's campsite. I walk up there, they saw me 3 hours before, and I walk up, and they're like, oh, and there's some Canadian party people, and they're like, oh, dude, look at you, you were You were buggered as hell like 2 hours ago. We thought you called it quits, bud. And I'm like, oh, dude, I fucking, I did some things like recent. I did it again. And they're like, wow, I'm not staying up because of your bad decisions. No, you were buggered like an hour ago and you decided to take some more. That's on you, pal. But they ended up like chilling for an hour while I lay down there, and people give awards to people randomly because it's weird there. They like came and they put this,
it's Canada.
Yeah, they put this award on me for just being so like fucked up again. And it was in the morning. I lay down in their kitchen and on like a couch that we had blown up and just passed out there, woke up hours later, and I was like, remember I said I wasn't getting fucked up? I'm going to get fucked up again tonight. And the whole time I was kind of clowning it. I was walking around and I was like, oh, this is Shambhala. Like I'd walk by and I'd be like, so this is Shambhala. Because I've been to Burning Man. So I'm like, this is Shambhala.
You walk past a spatula. You're like, oh, so this is Shambhala.
But I wasn't there yet. I'd been there for days. I wasn't there yet on a day of Shambhala. I was there day -1 and day 0. But day 1, because there's like all these stages. Like there's this stage, the Grove, that you would see some people in some furry stuff during the day. They got some jungle music. They got some psytrance at night. You're getting like jacked people in fur vests doing like some crazy dances. And like, you know, they're just like they're here for to fucking get lost in this beat. You go to the Village and there's a lot of Gen Z there wearing black baggy clothing. It's very wobbly, super wobbly, like fucking the music is scrinkly noises, and that's happening over there. And then you go to like the living room and maybe it gets a local DJ playing like some trap hip hop stuff. I like to hang out at Pagoda where it was really dark and it sounded like after hours music. There's a lot of techno and I fuck with that. And there was Fractal Forest, which is like in the middle and it's really well lit. There's a lot of crazy lights and lasers and visuals there. And so I kept being like, oh, this is Shambhala. But like when I went to Fractal Forest at like weird o'clock, like 2 a.m. and there's this, and I wasn't ready for this. And Jedi, he like gave me like a leopard fur coat and like a leopard pilot hat. And he was like, I might have a picture you could throw up here. And he was like, you should wear this. And I was like, dude, I don't want to wear this, bro. I'm not like, I don't want to do that. Like at Burning Man, I wore some shit like, you know, like it's Burning Man,
Dune
like
fit,
Dune-ish, you know, Dune adjacent, you know, maybe I got like some camo pants and like but whatever. But here, like I didn't want to do all this silly party shit, but like I put it on, and I felt like weird at some of the stages, but at Fractal Forest, like at weird o'clock when everyone was there and the lights were blasting, and I get there and he's like dressed like a Ken doll in like a pink leather thing. And he's like big like me. So he looks fucking weird. He's got like a blonde wig on. He looks like a complete lunatic also. And we're like falling everywhere and like full trip. And everyone is dressed fucking crazy. Everyone's dressed crazy. Like I saw that other guy that was like, well, I'm not going to stay up for your bad decisions. He's there and he has like a humongous fucking cowboy hat on. Like it's gigantic. It is like a huge purple cowboy hat. Like spread your arms out as wide as they can and hold it above your head. That's how big it was. And he's wearing like a fur cowboy thing. And this other dude there, he's wearing like a spacesuit. People are dressed like bumblebees or dressed like there was a dude there dressed like Marge Simpson. All his skin was yellow and he's wearing a green dress and he has the blue wig. That's really,
I kind of love that.
Yeah. Everyone had some shit. There was a guy like dressed like Aang from Avatar, and he looked like he was really in it. And people are carrying weird shit. People are walking like pets on leashes that aren't like a real pet. It's like a fucking weird thing. Everyone has a weird fucking thing.
They're like walking a slinky.
So many weird things, and everyone's like on acid, and the music's like crazy. The lights are crazy. Everyone's buggered, and you're walking around. And you're like, oh, I was like ready for that. I was like, this is Shambhala. And Jedi comes up to me. He's like, dude, I can get you in the VIP here. And I'm like, what? I don't want the VIP. I don't want that. Like, I don't want to do that. They asked me earlier. They're like, hey, do you want security? Because I saw a lot of people coming up, take pictures. I'm like, no, it's cool. It's cool. I didn't like want anything like that. So he's like, the VIP. I'm like, no, dude, that's not it. He's like, no, trust me. I know the guy. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I'm fine. So I get up and I'm walking with him and we get there and he goes up to the guy and It's this guy it's right there with everyone, and it's like roped off with red velvet rope, and this guy looks
So ugly.
completely fucking weird.
Yeah.
He's weird, and he looks at Jedi, and he's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Oh, you're on the list." He's like, "No, it's not me, it's my friend." He's like, that's Harley. He's like, that guy's on YouTube, and the guy sees me. He's like, "Oh, Epic Mealtime, dude, you come in the VIP?" And I'm like, what the fuck is this in the middle of the dance floor? And he like unhooks the red velvet rope, and we step inside the VIP, and I'm looking around, and I realize like, this is a fucking hilarious bit. The VIP is there
it's like a Key
with the
and Peele
same
sketch.
with the same spot as everyone else. And now that I think about it, these guys, he just pulls out like a roll of like mirror, like little like bracelets, like reflective bracelets that say VIP on. He goes, "You're in the VIP. We got to put the VIP bracelet on you." And he's dead serious. The whole thing is an acid bit. He's just doing like a trippy, weird thing. They brought like, and it all makes sense now. These people brought like, they bring the red velvet rope and just set it up amongst everyone and do this like VIP bit. And the thing to me, like, I wasn't ready for the level of zaniness. So that's so fucking funny to me. And I'm like cracking up so hard at it. And he's like, "Hey man, go ahead in the VIP. Like, you guys dance." He's got like bottles on ice in there and buckets. And I'm dying. I'm like, "How, dude? Where did all this?" And he was like $20 on Amazon. Practically all of this shit. And it's killing me because the people in the VIP are fucking just very funny VIP. Like just everyone's wearing the most ridiculous costumes.
Yeah.
People are coming up to be in the VIP, and he's looking at the list, and he's like, "Nah." Some people he's letting in, and even though like it doesn't make sense, it's random.
There is
people.
no list.
But you're so fucked up on acid. It makes sense who he's letting in the VIP and who's not. So people are coming.
You're like,
exactly. Yeah, you're like, "Nah." And someone comes in, you're like, "This is the guy. This is VIP." And like, so you're doing all that. And at one point, this guy didn't even know about Epic Mealtime or anything, but this guy that with the big cowboy hat, he came up to me at one point. He's like, "Hey, this is yours now." And he gave me a Ziploc bag with a bacon strip in it, a cooked bacon strip. And I was like, "What is this?" He was like, "Oh, that's your problem now, but someone gave me that 45 minutes ago, and I've been trying to pawn it off, but that's not good currency." And I was like, no, I could sell. I can move this bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, "If you think you can do it, follow me." And then he walks me around the dance floor, walking through all these people lying on the floor, on couches, doing weird shit. Everything's fucking crazy, all costumes. And he brings me to this other corner of Fractal Forest there. And there's like a mysterious dude standing by a briefcase on a stand. And he comes up, he's like, "My bud here's got something." And I'm like, yeah, this. And he looks at it and he's like, And he opens up this briefcase filled with bullshit. Like a metal beetle with lights on it. He's got a phone charger in there. He's got various candies and pop rocks and all that stuff. Everything inside this briefcase. And I'm like, "Here." And he's like, "That's not that good, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, it's bacon." And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't want bacon right now." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a bag. You could eat the bacon, or you could put something in the bag." He's like, "You put it that way, that's interesting, but the pins are off limit." And I'm picking up things. I'm like, "This." He's like, "No, that, not that." I'm like, "Well, give me the rockets and let me charge my phone for like 15 seconds. And he's like, "Okay." And I do that, and we leave. And the big guy, cowboy hat guy, is like, "You fucking fleeced my buddy there. You fucking fleeced him good. I'm proud of you. Welcome to Shambhala." And I'm like, you Shambhala. And at this point, I'm like, this is crazy. I should go piss. I end up like on another dance floor. I end up eating a Mr. Donaire. I end up at my tent, pitch black, by myself, rolling around with my shirt off and my camera flashlight on inside, because I went to go change sweaters and forgot what I was doing. I'm like in a time loop of going in and out of the tent in a circle, emptying a bag and loading it back up. The place was a complete fucking loony bin madhouse. It was insane. And the music was great. There's so many choices. And I was there and I was like, so this is Shambhala. And it was a fucking trip. Felt like a 450-year meeting with Dionysus. But I was a bug, and this was just ritualistic madness.
So Shambhala, Shams, is it a cop or a drop?
Shambhala's a cop, bro.
Wow.
That's a big time. That's a big eat. You don't yeet Shambhala. That's a eat, bro. And that's it. Holding it down. The South Bouse, Big Lynch, Donnie Duckets. By the way, head over to r/Epic Mealtime. There's been some activity there. We're kind of like, we've been awakening the subreddit, bro.
Subreddit has landed.
Yeah, and you get a lot of Donnie there. You're practically texting Donnie if you're posting and commenting.
No Lynch.
I post whatever I want because I know I'm like he's gonna see it. And he went. I wrote something. And he went and like deleted it. Like, okay. I'm getting moderated on the Epic Mealtime subreddit now.
Yeah. Big dick swinging.
We'll be back with another in person soon, hopefully. So
yeah.
And I'll be young Jamie on that one.
I did see a funny comment. One comment before we go that someone was like, "Damn, PK would never do this." I was
I saw
like, that's probably true. Have they ever done it in person? They're like episode 1,000.
We should do in persons with them.
That would be.
I actually had like someone DM'd me. They're like, "Bro, I paid the money for the Patreon to be in the PKA Discord, and no one's answering me." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know any of this." I'll send this to Woody, and I sent to him, and he was like, "Thanks, dude. I'll make sure he's looked after." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck."
You're moderating for them.
All right, well, shut up.
So now, I guess we'll get our Patreon Discord started out. We could all take pictures of our dick and put it up there. Hey, sucker. Anyways, I gotta head out. I still have to rest my brain from Shambhala.